Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Core Strength for Low Back Pain Challenge. Today's exercise is going to be the plank. But before we get into the plank, we're going to refresh and practice our pelvic tilts because they are key to doing your plank safely. One of the most common mistakes that I see in beginners who are doing a plank for maybe the first time, or maybe they've done them for quite a while but are doing them incorrectly, is they don't include their pelvic tilt in their plank. So they'll go to get into their plank position and they're just trying to hold it up here, but their low back starts to sag, it starts to arch. My stomach is sagging towards the mat and it's putting a lot of strain on my lower back. This can actually make lower back pain worse if you are doing it incorrectly because your core is not engaging and therefore your lower back is doing all of the work and it's putting extra strain and pressure on it, which is partially what can cause low back pain. So we're going to do it correctly. First, let's get onto all fours and we're going to practice our pelvic tilts. We're going to hold them a little longer. So we're going to do 5 regular repetitions, and then the final 5, we're going to hold each tilt for just a little bit longer, similar to how you're going to do in your plank. All right, so let's start by getting onto all fours. We're going to have our knees hip width apart. Our hands are going to be in line with our shoulders, so they're not out here, okay? And from here, we're going to remember our cues. So whether you're thinking about turning your tailbone between your legs or turning your hips towards your ribs, you're going to breathe out while you do that tilt, and you're going to breathe in when you relax. Okay, let's go for 5. So 1, good, hold and rest, breathe in. 2, good, relax, breathe in. 3, good, relax. Okay, for this 4th one, I also want you to think about drawing your belly button in towards your spine. So 4, tilt, good, brace those abs and rest. Okay, last one, we're gonna brace the abs as if we're preparing for a light punch to the gut while we are holding that pelvic tilt. Okay, ready? So here we go, breathe out, brace, 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 and breathe in, relax. Good. All right, for this final 5, we're going to hold our pelvic tilts for up to 5 seconds. If you can't, that's okay. Stop when you're ready. We're going to aim for 5 seconds. All right, here we go. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Good. Let's take a second here. Okay. Again. 7. Tilt, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Good. Okay. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Good. 9. Remember the brace as well. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Good. Last one, 5-second hold. Breathe out when you tilt. Brace those abs. Here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Good. So that is the movement that we want to maintain, that pelvic tilt while we are holding our plank. We're going to start the plank from the knees. For anyone who is new to this exercise, this is a great starting point. And then I'll give you a second variation if you feel like you are ready to step it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do a forearm plank. Let's start with our forearms on the mat. Knees are hip width apart. So see how my butt's in the air? I'm actually going to shift forward. My elbow should be in line with my shoulders. Okay, and I'm gonna keep my hands apart. I'm not gonna hold them together. This puts a little extra strain on the shoulder. So from here, see how I'm gonna, as I tilt, my hips are gonna come down. So I'm on a little bit of an angle. I'm not square up like this. All right, so this is gonna be your first variation. And you're just gonna hold that pelvic tilt here. Hold, hold, hold. Try to breathe while maintaining that hold. That's another element we're adding to this, is now we're trying to breathe while we hold. Good. Keep holding as long as you can hold that pelvic tilt. If you feel your back start to arch or your stomach start to drop, stop the movement, okay? Hold, hold, hold as much as you can. Remember, we're drawing our belly button towards our spine, turning hips towards ribs. Good. And relax if you haven't already. Okay, so that's the first variation of the plank, and you're gonna stay there until you feel like you can maintain that pelvic tilt for 20 to 25 seconds in that position. Once you have held that plank from the knees for 20 to 25 seconds, you are ready to step it up a notch, and we're gonna move to the toes. So same thing, we're gonna start on the mat on our forearms. Okay, we can start on our knees. We want our elbows to be in line with our shoulders. And we're gonna pop up onto our toes. Good, right? So we're going from here, we're gonna tilt our pelvis, we're gonna turn our hips towards our ribs, and you're also going to engage your quads, your glutes. So your quads are here, your glutes are here, your legs are straight. You're holding that pelvic tilt, and you're aiming to hold this for 25 seconds. If you are doing it correctly, where your tilt is held, your quads, your glutes are engaged, 25 seconds should be plenty of time. Okay. Okay, keep breathing through it. I don't know how much time it's been, but I think we can bring our knees down. So your challenge for today is going to be to hold that plank from the knees for 20 to 25 seconds. Once you've done that, you can progress to your toes. If you can't hold the plank with the tilt from the knees for 20 to 25 seconds, just stay there until you are ready to progress forward. We're going to add on to this each day. Okay, so if you didn't get it this first day, that's totally fine. You just stayed consistent for not 1, but 2 days of core exercises. So that is a great starting point. That's kind of also the purpose of this challenge. Because it's a daily short challenge, you're going to be able to start to develop consistency in a way that is manageable for you, so that by the end of the challenge, you have built your way up to doing 5 core strengthening exercises. And from there, you can continue to build. We want our routines and our habits to be easily maintainable and manageable within our life situation. So starting with 5 to 10 minutes of work is perfectly okay. We just want to do enough to actually get started. So I hope you found that helpful, and I will see you tomorrow in your inbox for day 3 of the Core Strengthening for Low Back Pain Challenge.